Welcome everyone on the second day of Elul, Chodesh Tov. And if I forget at the end to say Shabbat Shalom, I'll say it right now. I promised yesterday that I was going to do some teaching on Psalm 27 this morning. Now, when we sing, Achat sha'alti meit Adonai ota avakesh, and so on, especially when we sing it to the musical setting that I composed, that we'll sing a little bit later, know that that is not the entirety of Psalm 27. You should go on Safaria or anywhere, just Google Psalm 27, and you will see the entirety of the extraordinary psalm. This morning, we're gonna take a closer look at the psalm. Okay, here we go. I've picked out a few psukim, a few verses to take a look at. And here they are. The psalm begins with LeDavid. This is a psalm from David, King David. Adonai ori v'yishi mimi ira v'Adonai ma'oz chayai mimi evchad. And the translation in Safaria, a traditional one, Yud He Vav He is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yud He Vav He is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Then a couple of psukim later, bing! Achat she'alti mi'et Adonai ota avakesh. Shifti b'veit Adonai kol yemei chayai. Lachazot b'noam Adonai ulavaker b'heichalo. One thing have I desired of the Lord. Please forgive my use of gender. I'm using their translation, and you'll see how it compares to what's to come. That will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. All righty. There is a rabbi who I know and love, I admire greatly, whose name I shall reveal in a few minutes, who was a much different and yet completely true to the spirit of the psalm understanding of this. And here it is. God enlightens and salvations, using the word salvation as a verb. I love that. Transforming all my fears into moments of wow. Ma'oz chayai, mimi evchad. God is my stronghold. When I live there, I'm in the present of wowness. Then, on the second line, Achat she'alti, she offers this. What I want most, my God, is to live with you forever, to find my home within you and your home within me. That should resonate for you, because yesterday I spoke of Dodi Lee and how that could be transformed into the same understanding that God lives within and God surrounds us at the same time. To find my home within you and your home within me. Going on, she says, my God, my friend, my holy roommate, oh, do I love that image. It resonates for me a little bit like Yedid Nefesh does on Kabbalat Shabbat, speaking of God as the beloved, my beloved friend. Alrighty, let's take a look a little bit further. At the end of the psalm, it says, lule, which, you see all those dots above it? The rabbis quite understand completely what this lule means and why in the original transcripts it has these dots. But perhaps it is the authors, the psalmists, understanding that, if I don't get all of these things that I request, what if, lule ha'emanti lirot b'tuv Adonai be'eretz chayim. Were it not that I believed I should see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Then completing the psalm, kavei el Adonai chazak v'ya'ametz libecha. V'kavei el Adonai. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart, and wait on the Lord. You'll notice some of you might be familiar with this term, with this phrase, chazak v'ametz. It's often used by Sephardim after we receive an aliyah. If someone is Sephardic, they're going to say chazak v'ametz to you, or chazak v'amatz. You should be strengthened in your heart, right? You should be strengthened, and only good things for you. But now let's go back to the translation or the unpacking from Rabbi Dr. Briel Page Rassler. What does she have to say? My faith in God is so real. I see goodness in all living things. And finally, God fills me with hope, my heart with strength, and my spirit with courage. And then repeating, God fills me with hope, in the same way that last pasuk, Kavei el Adonai, V'kavei el Adonai, is repeated at the beginning and at the end. I have to admit that when I read the original translations, I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to use them because they sound so traditional, so old-fashioned, so distant. It's not something that I could use, which of course is why we love Hasidus, why we love Hasidic teaching, because it brings us into the psycho-spiritual understanding of the phrases. So now I'm going to give an attempt to bring my own understanding and unpack it for you here live, in real time. So I'm going out on a limb here. Okay, here we go. Here's the line that we sing. Achat sha'alti me'ed Adonai, o ta'avakesh. How do I sit with this line? How do I integrate it into my spiritual work? Here we go. Achat sha'alti me'ed Adonai. So, achat sha'alti? Only one thing? I have a lot of questions, a lot of inquiries I would like to ask of God. There's a lot of things on my mind. However, when I settle in and inquire, one thing arises, one thing at a time. Pay attention, it is encouraging us to do. Pay attention to the one thing that is most rising for you at this moment. Ota avakesh. Of God I will seek. And if I sit still enough and really truly listen, I will find it. This is the world of hide and seek, that God is hidden in this world, waiting to be revealed in every moment, in every person, in everything. God is alive, magic is afoot. Buffy St. Marie once put to music. Shifti b'veit Adonai kol yemei chayai. This moment, and now this moment, bringing the greatest amount of mindfulness to every single moment that we alive. Finally, lach hazot b'noam Adonai levaker b'heichalo. To perceive in a constant state of the ecstasy of now. Wow. Lach hazot, from the word choseh. We are all visionaries when we take the time to see. Sit in the stillness and inquire. And so, That's my unpacking of these lines that we will be singing. So before we blow shofar this morning, and by the way, as I told you yesterday, I'm going to be using a straight shofar this morning from the oryx, which is a kosher animal, which makes a much, much different sound than the shofar, the curved one that I used yesterday. Before we sound the shofar, a kavanah, so that when the shofar blasts, you'll take the kavanah in and sit with it and allow the shofar to awaken you to this urgent moment. And here it is. The kavanah is to sit, is to be, just be. Then sit in the stillness and inquire. By doing this, we're cultivating our relationship with the beloved. I found this wonderful image online. Dwell, gaze, and then inquire. Okie doke. It's time. It's time for me to say the bracha for the shofar blowing. But it's not for the blowing. It's for hearing the sound of the shofar. So join me and we'll say it together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, lishmoa kol shofar. And you all respond with, Amen. Miriam will call the shofar blasts for us this morning. And here they are. Miriam, please. Oh, Bruce, yes, Bruce, go for it. You have to unmute, my friend. Brich Tia. Achat sha'alti me'ed Adonai ota ava kesh. One thing I ask, join me, of you, my holy friend, sit in your presence all the days of my life. Shifti b'veit Adonai, kol yemei chayai. Shifti b'veit Adonai, kol yemei chayai. Nikun, yai 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 la 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 da da, yai yai la la da da da, yai 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 di 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 da, yai da di di da 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 da. Thank you, my dear friends, for joining with each other, joining me this morning on the second day of Elul, Chodesh Tov, Shabbat Shalom, and a MOSh gathering in Elul would never be complete without, of course, the Holy Flamingo.
Adon aseli
lefanecha, rachem aleinu. Glorious in wonders, eternal in consolations, remembering the covenant, reader of all our hidden parts. Chamatanu lefanecha, rachem aleinu. Chamatanu lefanecha, rachem aleinu. So yesterday morning, one of our beloved moshniks asked if I was serious about sending a flamingo to you if you didn't have one. And so, one is whisking its way to him as we speak. So if you want a flamingo, let me know, rabbi@moshdc.org. Woo! Everybody sing. Chatanu lefanecha, rachem aleinu. Chatanu lefanecha, rachem aleinu. Chatanu lefanecha, rachem aleinu. Holy Shtuyot! One more time. Have a blessed day, everyone. Chodesh Tov, Shabbat Shalom. We're going to count to 3 as we always do, and then we'll blow a kiss to each other, and our gathering will be complete. Here we go. And Achat, Shtayim, Shalosh, Mwah.